Hello and welcome back to Let's Build a Globe Spleef Arena. As you saw in the last episode, I have the globe now built, but just with no continents. It kind of reminds me of this beautiful building that used to exist in London in Leicester Square in the 19th century, built in 1851, which was basically just a big globe where people would go inside and look around and point at stuff. You saw all the continents on the inside, and it was amazing. And unfortunately, it no longer exists because the person who built it had some legal issues, and basically his lease on the land ran out, so it was destroyed, which is ridiculous. I mean, why? Yeah, something so amazing should not have to die because of legal issues like that. But never mind. That's what it reminds me of, and that's what I'm going to continue building this episode. So the first thing to do was to start mapping out the continents. Obviously the blue globe, I was going to replace bits of blue with green to represent land. The way I managed to organise the globe properly and on the continents in the right place was to find a picture of the world and pixelate it in Photoshop so that I had the fully correctly mosaic pixelated world view. It's not as easy as that though, because obviously trying to get a round or a flat square picture into a to fit onto a globe properly was not easy, and map projections, everything. God, it didn't quite work in the end, you'll see, but I'm pretty happy with the result. I started off slightly wrong here. This is all wrong that I'm doing at the moment, because I accidentally split the globe into 2 rather than 3, which was very silly. So I had the Tropic of Cancer or Capricorn, whichever one's in the north, and then the Arctic Circle, and I'd done it a bit wrong, so that basically the UK and Europe are far too far south. Obviously I've centralised Europe on the front. The Greenwich Meridian comes down the front because that's, I thought about it, and it's one of the more recognisable parts of the Earth and quite complicated, intricate, and looks good, as opposed to maybe, I didn't want Asia there because that's just a big block, and America is a big block as well. But I thought Europe fitted well because it had a good mixture of sea and ground. Stuff. This is Spain going in here. We have now put it back together in the right place, and Spain there is at the bottom, just coming up to the Tropic of whatever. Mediterranean going in now. Bit of Italy there, just filling in France. Don't want to flood Paris that much. And filling out the rest of the Med, going into, I imagine that's going to be kind of the Balkans, maybe? Yeah, trying to work out where everything is. In the end, it was complicated. Now we keep going up into Russia. Oh, that's probably Poland. Now we're into proper Russia, maybe. Alright, let's get Africa in. Again, because of the way I mosaicked the map projections, it didn't quite work, so the Horn of Africa is a little bit squished. The bit that sticks out in the west is a little bit squished down. It's not as tall as it should be, so it finished in the right place, responding to the equator. As you can see there, actually a little bit further down, but that just didn't work properly. This is the rest of Africa. Go down to the main body of it. Just in Libya there, and down into, I imagine, Nigeria. Nigeria's big. It's a good bet. And you see there's Middle East is just there, or beginning of the Middle East. Now we're continuing with Egypt, down into probably Somalia, Kenya. Algeria is up here somewhere. my geography isn't that good of Africa, exactly where all the countries are. But this was, nice and easy once you've got the edge to fill in the middle. But it's looking good. It's recognisable as Africa. Now, I got bored of that and then thought I'd make the entrance look a bit nicer. So I grassed the area up a bit, put in a longer road, because this was where, and I mentioned before, the treasure hunt, all the creepers destroyed everything. So I, again, stone bricks alongside the wood, up to the bridge, just to make it look nicer. Crenellations again, as before. Hoping that it all works out, doesn't get in the way of things. Which it did in the end. Had to change something later on, which you'll see. But just trying to make the approach look nicer, because it was just a mess really. You can see the old one in the background again. And more lamps. Redstone lamps, lighting, just to give the area a nicer feel. Clearing out, getting rid of the sand, put more grass down. Good thing about creative mode is you can actually put down grass blocks rather than having to wait for the grass to grow. But the bad thing about not having world edit on the server is I have to place every block by hand, which is a pain in the ass, especially when it comes to floors like this. Just covering big areas in a single block is annoying. Now for the beach, get some sand in, just to make it look a bit more natural coming to the edge of the land. Otherwise it just kind of doesn't look right. More sand coming around the bottom of the bridge area. Get rid of that, don't like that. Yeah, it's probably best not to build on sand quite so much as I had been. So I was trying to extend the the bridge down to make it a bit more sturdy. And then more beach this side, get rid of that. And more grass. So it's looking a lot better already. More natural. And not so creeper ravaged. And now to extend further and further and further. Filling the water. I know it doesn't really matter covering this water because I was cover up with the wooden bridge kind of thing anyway. But just for, you don't want to build on water, it's going to get damp, especially if you've got wood. You want damp wood, it will rot, and then people will fall through and drown in that small puddle. And now to finish off the side, I wanted the water to come right up to the bridge in places. But it required filling up the sea with more water, and God, I still have no idea how water works in Minecraft. Well, I know how it works, but it seems kind of random about whether it actually fills up an area to become a permanent source of water, or isn't. So I was just kind of putting spits of stone out and filling up around it, and soon filled it up. And then, oh, night again. Nights last so long, I'm sure they last longer than days. Continuing just to extend out and out and out and out to where hopefully in the end the road will join up to join it in with the rest of the server buildings, especially on the kind of Let's Play island where this is located just off. And more lamps. Lighting is such a problem, and as I mentioned, vanilla doesn't give you many lighting options, and glowstone blocks just look a bit rubbish, so it's got to be glowstone lamps. And right, done. Back to continents, back to Africa. We're coming along the inside of the sticky down bit of Africa. That's the official name. The sticky down bit. Heading down the coast, all the way to the south. I like the way that Africa just comes gently just next to the door, so that I think the door really works in that place, kind of below Europe and just to the left of Africa. It fits really well in there. There's South Africa, in the middle of the Atlantic. Not South Africa, the door. Yeah, so that was important. That fitted Again, which is another reason why I chose to put Europe front and centre. Europe and Africa. Now, I wasn't having too much problem with map projections just yet because I was using one particular map projection which had the kind of curved nature of the globe, and it was centered on Europe and Africa in the front. So I already had their map projection right, but the problem was going to come because I was going to follow that map projection for going further around the globe, and then that just went all wrong. So I had to find a more flattened picture, which is unfortunate and a lot more complicated to try and translate it into a sphere. Now spinning Africa again. Up into the centre, there's probably Dr. Congo in there somewhere. And there we have it, Africa, Middle East and Europe. Now we are moving on to America, I believe. There's the Great Lakes, now on the north coast of South America. Coming around to Guyana and all that lot. There's Central America, Mexico and Nicaragua, Costa Rica, those places. I'm just really naming countries I know now. Now, as of this is all the same, it's done. I'm not going to show you everything because it took so long and took so much time. This is a grand overview of the continents finished. This is the globe done. Africa and Europe front and centre. Beautiful. Yeah, the Horn of Africa will be a bit squished. I really like the Middle East, Saudi Arabia bits there. It works really well. And Madagascar and Somalia. That looks good. And then Russia, China, coming down to Australia, which is on the arse of the world, unfortunately. Apologise to any Australians. There's Japan. The top bit of Russia had to stretch round a bit because the back is... That's where my mistake made. The back is too bare. I had to stretch the top bit of Russia and Alaska around to try and fix it, but if they just couldn't match. So the back is wrong. But there's America, North America and South America, Greenland, the islands of Canada were quite fun, and there it is. That is the globe. I'm fairly happy with it. It's not perfect. But the front view is perfect. So I saw this hill and thought, I know what that needs. That needs a viewing platform. So that people can come and just admire the handiwork and view the globe from its best side. So just simple oak wood. Again, I use oak a lot. Probably use oak too much actually. It's the nicest wood. That and the is it the beech wood, birch wood, the light one. It's quite nice as well, but oak's the best. I don't like jungle and spruces, it's just a bit dark. So it's going to be just a basic platform with stilts with some steps coming down to the road. Now, when I was saying I was hoping my road things fitted, they didn't fit this time. So I extend the road out to join up with that little path up to the viewing platform, but unfortunately that gap didn't match up with the gap in the decorations on the side, which is unfortunate because that would have been useful. Yeah, just cut my way through. See in the background there the bar that somebody else built. I think Jab built that. Beautiful, beautiful building. And that's as far as I'm going with this. The wooden road. I'll then join it to the bedrock tarmac kind of road. But is the rest of all the rest of things are joined up with? They want it to be too special, too different. It has to match in with the rest of the island. So that's as far as this kind of wood and stone brick path goes. Oh, look, a sheep in the background. Again, walled edit would be nice. I'm gonna have to put everything blocked down individually. And as you see, 1, 2 there, 1, 2 there. Damn it! 1, 2, there. Oh, you see, already broken. I need to move it across left. I need it to be, 1 to the left. Very frustrating. Now I don't know what I was doing here by trying to move it that way. That was just a stupid idea. And now I tried to make it like 6 wide for some reason. That was never going to work. Oh, now I'm just destroying everything. Literally everything. Trying to plan on how to make this work when the answer is so obvious. It's just extend it over to the left one. And then have to, change the size of the viewing platform, but it's nothing too hard. Yep, put that back. That's good. There we go. I got there in the end. And of course, stone bricks next to the wooden steps, as is the normal motif, the normal design for this kind of stuff at the moment. I think it works. I do like oak and stone bricks. They look good together. And let's make it proper steps. So we can all get up in there and then give the handrails proper things. There we are, it matches. But that did leave the problem that the viewing platform was no longer central. So I had to extend that out by 2. Took me a while to work out I had to extend it out by 2, but I got there in the end. Means it's a bigger viewing platform for, lots of people. Yeah, all major landmarks have viewing platforms. Golden Gate Bridge has viewing platforms on both sides. Most cities have viewing platforms if they have high places. So yeah, that was the point. So people can stop there, maybe have a picnic on the way to partaking in viewing some spleefing going on. And again, lamps. Lamps all over the place. And there we are, the viewing platform is finished. Now I've just got to finish the road in with the crenellation-y type of steps in the... oh, from the right way around. In between the pillars. So it matches. Everything's got to match. Things not matching is a terrible, terrible thing. Oh, don't put on there. And the one there. What? Oh, no, wrong. There we go. And lamps. Lighting is the bane of my existence in this particular build. As you will see later on the inside, the lighting is just a pain in the arse. Now I was getting this wrong. I spent them on everyone for some reason. Get rid of those. There we go. And finish it with the lamps. Levers, make sure they're pointing in the right direction. All got to point the same way, because otherwise it looks wrong. Symmetry is everything. And there is the full kind of entranceway complete. Just a straight path with a viewing platform into the globe. And now back to the middle, back to the centre, and finally putting in the snow platform. Now I've worked out that snow doesn't melt with anything, which is weird to me. Snow should melt, shouldn't it? Snow is ice. Snow is water. Water melts. I had to get rid of a lot of those annoying torches. But again, just filling it out like a floor, like the thing I hate doing. Try and get in the right place. And that's what you knock through to knock people into the lava below, which I still haven't filled in. Need to fill in the lava. It will be 1 deep, I suppose to 2 in the end. But that's still enough to kill people. And there we have it, and that is it for this episode. So thank you for watching. Come next time when I will move on to the interior, which is different. It is harder possibly than the exterior. Yes, so thank you for watching. Come next time, and goodbye.